Hey Bethany,
Hi.
hey there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but I've got a question for you, Bethany. What day is it today?
Well, it's Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. What's that all about?
It's about Jesus.
It's about Jesus. What
Yeah.
about Jesus?
Well, that he died on a cross, that he was whipped and beaten and nailed to a cross. It died a horrible death.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it is really sad. And you know, the disciples were really sad too when Jesus was taken down from the cross and put in a tomb and a big stone rolled in front of it. Well, they thought that Jesus was the king that God had promised he was going to send. They thought he was going to defeat his enemies, but it didn't look like that when he was put in the tomb.
That's really sad.
It is really sad.
Is that how the story ends?
Well, no. 3 days later, on Easter Sunday, he came to life again. God raised him from the dead.
He came to life again?
Yeah, he really did.
Oh, it's a bit hard to believe that.
Yeah, well, it is hard to believe, but he really did. He died on Good Friday, and then 3 days later, he rose from the dead again.
Well, if I'm going to believe that, I'm going to need a lot of evidence before I can believe it.
Well, do you want to hear about it first?
Yeah, that'd be really, really good.
You can hear about it in Luke 24 in the Bible.
Luke chapter 24, verse 1 to 11. Jesus has risen. On the first day of the week, very early in the morning, the women took the spices that they had prepared and went to the tomb. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground, but the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he has risen. Remember how he told you, while he was still with you in Galilee? The Son of Man must be delivered over to the hand of sinners, be crucified, and on the 3rd day be raised again." Then they remembered his words. When they came back from the tomb, they told all these things to the 11 and to all the others. It was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the others with them who told this to the apostles. But they did not believe the women, because their words to them seemed like nonsense.
Well, that is amazing, but do you know what? That's just an amazing claim. It's just incredible that Jesus came back from the dead.
Yeah, it is. It might be hard to believe, but it is true.
I think if we're going to believe that, we're going to need a whole lot of evidence before we can believe it.
Sounds to me like we need a detective.
Do you know what? I know just where we can find one.
Wow. Are you ready to do some detective work?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm ready to do that. Detective work. I really am. Yep, I've got my detective's notebook here. I'm all apart there. Got
Wow,
everything
yeah,
there.
I can
ready.
see.
I'm ready for the evidence.
Well, you'll need a Bible too.
I'll need a Bible too. Yeah, thank you.
That's
Right.
for evidence
Here we
there.
go. Let's have a look. Okay, then. Right. Now, let's think about the evidence. What we're going to need.
Well, you need to work out how you know Jesus was alive.
Right, okay. So if he was alive, he would, we'd be able to hear him talking. That'd be what it is. We'd be able to hear him talking, that's
well,
right.
If you can hear Jesus talking, then maybe you should look at me as well. How can you know I am alive?
Oh,
Well, I would be talking.
you'd be talking too,
Yes,
that's right,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, let's test that hypothesis.
Right, let's have a look, evidence.
Happy Easter to you. Happy Easter to you. Happy Easter, dear Peter. Happy Easter to you.
Hey, that's what it says in the Bible too. It says in the Bible, in Luke chapter 24 and verse 36, it says the disciples knew that Jesus was alive and stood among them, and they heard him talking to them, and he said, "Peace be with you." That's just like you. I know you're alive because I hear you talking. And they knew Jesus
Exactly.
was alive because he was talking too.
Exactly. So how else do you know that I'm alive?
Right, we've got you, you've been talking.
Yeah.
I know. Get me detective, things go. Yeah, it's because I can see you.
Yeah, you can see me. Look, see here my hands.
Yeah.
My feet and my other foot. You can hear me, you can see me.
So well, that's 2 pieces of evidence. You definitely must be alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
And you know what? that's made me think about some. In the Bible, it says in verse 39, in the story, it says that the disciples saw him with their own eyes. And Jesus said, look at my hands, look at my feet, it's me, myself. They didn't just hear Jesus talk, but they also saw his feet with the marks of the nails, in his hands with the marks of the nails in them as well. Oh, that's amazing.
Right, well, how else then? You've heard me talk and you've seen me. How else do you know that I'm alive?
Well, this is getting really good. I'm really piling up the evidence here. I think we would know that you were alive if I could touch you.
Exactly, look, here we are.
That's
that's
good.
you.
You're really real. Let's try again. Oh, that's really good. Well, you definitely are alive. Can I just check
definitely
one
alive.
third time? Just a sec. Ready? Oh, yes. You're definitely alive. See, because we could touch, and that must mean there's evidence that you really are alive.
Exactly. What does the Bible say about that?
Oh, let's have a look. Well, let's have a look. Do you know what? Do you know what it says here in the Bible? It says, Jesus turns to them and he says, you're not looking at a ghost. He says, touch me and see. A ghost doesn't have flesh and blood as you see that I have. Wow. What
Exactly.
amazing evidence.
I know, and I think there might be something else.
Do you
You're getting
really?
good at this evidence thing.
Do you
Do you
really?
think you can work it out?
So we've got hear you. We've
Yeah.
got see you.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've got touch you.
Yeah.
And oh, do you know what I think it might be? I think it might be that you could, if you were real, you could eat this Easter egg from our Easter egg
I'd
hunt.
happily eat that
Let's
Easter
have a look,
egg.
let's have a look.
Yes.
Let's have a look. See,
It's
let's see.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look, Easter egg.
Whoa.
That's good. That's good.
That's definitely you must really be alive because you're eating that Easter egg.
It's gone.
Now, you're not going to tell me that there's something in the Bible about Jesus eating, are you?
Well, have a look.
Oh, let's have a look. Right then, here we go. Now, what does it say here? You're not going to believe this. But the disciples, they were still struggling to believe that Jesus is alive. And do you know what he does? He asks for some fish and bread. And in verse 43, it says, he took it and he ate it in their presence. Oh, there's so much evidence for Jesus being alive. That is amazing. Just like I know now that you must be alive, then there's so much evidence. Jesus really is alive.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can touch you.
Yeah.
And you can eat real food.
I can.
And that's just like it was with the disciples. Well, there's lots to write in my notebook here. That's a whole lot of evidence. Well, I think I need to get back to somewhere else now.